Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Some Darts and a Longbow by Randall. So this starts our theme week for January. For those who don't know, starting the first Monday of every month, we do 7 puzzles that form a theme. And this month's theme for the rest of the week is arrows. So every puzzle will have arrows as well as maybe one other constraint. This first one is just pure standard arrows to start us off by Randall. And so let's go over the rules. So we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these arrows in the grid. So there's an arrow, and there's always a circle attached to the arrow. The digits on an arrow sum to the value in the circle. So if this was 2, 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, we would put a 5 into the circle. Now, digits can repeat on arrows as long as other rules allow it. Now, I will point out in this puzzle that this is a 1-length arrow. So whatever digit goes here, like a 3, it also goes here. So you can think of it like a clone. But yeah, so digits can repeat as long as other rules allow it. I don't think other rules are allowing digits to repeat on any of these. So that's not super relevant in this puzzle, but that is something to be aware of. And the reason we say that is because probably the first and maybe only Sudoku variant that a new player may have encountered is Killer Sudoku, which have these killer cages with sums. And you start with killer cages, you cannot repeat digits in the cage. And so when you hear sum in a Sudoku variant, an inexperienced player may associate that with not repeating digits to make the sum. But actually, most sum constraints in Sudoku do not have a built-in non-repeat. It's mostly just killer Sudoku, but we still specify it for clarity. And of course, you can't ever break Sudoku rules using the constraints. Like the constraints don't cause Sudoku rules to break. So we can't repeat in these two, not because it's on an arrow, but because it's in the same row, in the same box. All right. Just thought I'd clarify that because it is the first puzzle of the week. And maybe you aren't familiar with arrows, and this might introduce you to them. It's definitely going to be good practice either way. There is a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Okay. This is a really good place to start. This is even powerful in a 9x9, but it's way more powerful in a 6x6 because the minimum 3 digits we can put on this arrow are 1, 2, 3. Now, like I said, arrows can repeat digits, but not here because they're all in the same row. So 1, 2, 3 is the minimum that we can put here. And 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, which is the maximum I can put in this circle. So if whenever we have a minimum equaling a maximum, that's the only thing that's possible. So we have to put 1, 2, 3 here, and this has to be a 6. Now this 1, 2, 3 tells us that 1, 2, 3 in this box goes here, meaning these are from 1, 2, 3. And it means 4, 5, 6 goes here and here, meaning this is from 4, 5, and this is from 4, 5. So this can't actually be 6 because it has to be a clone of this one, and that places this 6 here. Now, this 4, 5, 6 here tells us this is 1, 2, 3, this is 1, 2, 3, this is 4, 5, 6. Now, how do we have 2 digits add to 1 or 2? And the answer is we can't. 1 plus 2 is our minimum, which is our maximum here, which is 3. And so that places this 3 as well. This can't be 3, meaning that can't be 3, and this can't be 3 either. Okay. We just got a lot. What's our next step? This is interesting because we know that 2 digits of 1, 2, 3 are already used up over here. What do I mean by used up? Well, there's only 3 cells in this row that can be low, that can be 1, 2, 3, and 2 of them are over here already. Now, can I put 2 highs on here? Can I put like 4 plus 5? Well, that's already 9. And a 9x9, that would be okay, but we're in a 6x6. That is definitely not okay. So I do need to use a low digit here. So my last low digit is used here, meaning that these are definitely from 4, 5, 6. Because we can't have any more lows. 2 of them are here and 1 of them's here. But that also means a 4, 5, 6 appears on here. Now we know it's not going to be a 6. Because if we put a 6 on here, we'd have to join it with a 0 to add to 6. That's not going to work. So this is going to be our 6 for the row, which means this can't actually be 6. Now it adds to 4 or 5, meaning we can't put a 5 on here, meaning the 5 goes here. That gives us the 4 and the 4, the 5 and the 5. Meaning our high digit here is a 4, and that means this can't be 4, making it add to 5, meaning we have to do 4 plus 1. So that's a really interesting. There might have been like an easier way to see that, but I actually kind of liked that way of approaching it. So now this is 1 plus 4, making this 2 and 3. That 3 transfers here, the 2 transfers here, leaving the 1, giving us the 2 and 1 here. All right, so now this we know is 2, 3, 5. I can guess that the biggest number is the sum, and then 2 plus 3 is how we get there. We get the 1, the 2, and the 3. We get the 6 and 5. We get the 1 and the 2, the 4 and the 6, the 4 and the 1. And we have 1, 4, 6 up here. This is the 1. I meant to type 1. That's the 1, that's the 4, that's the 6. All right. Neat introduction to arrows there, Randall. I really liked this step here. If it wasn't necessary, I don't care because it was fun. Where these had to be low, and so we could only put 1 low on here, and because of the interaction between these 2 cells, that actually whittled it down to be only 1 plus 4, which was really neat. Cool. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.